What's up, everybody? Blake the Scholar Magic, and yeah, the inspiration for this one today is a guy named chaostheoreyz. So we're just gonna get this going. We'll probably edit it to a long form video, but if you're catching the live all the way through, there was some really nice kind of ideas that have been like popping off. A user on Moxfield, they really got my juices flowing. To Meria and kind of recircling back, and it really centers around the production of artifacts and what can we do powerfully with artifacts in Magic. And in this particular deck, I wanted to kind of build a deck that kind of works around the actual destruction of our own things to bring out more powerful permanents on the battlefield. So that's exactly what Indomitable Creativity does. If you're not familiar, it's a 3-red X spell. Destroy X artifacts, target artifacts and or creatures. For each permanent destroyed this way, its controller reveals cards from the top of their library until an artifact or creature card is revealed and exiles that card. Those players put those exiled cards on the battlefield and shuffle. So it really kind of rewards you for putting out like lots of token artifacts, and then destroying them. And I think like the card of like maybe Meria right now, like at least the one that really kind of seems intriguing, is weapons manufacturing. So that's really kind of the major boosty that we're kind of beginning going for, and we'll definitely be able to pick this card up, and it definitely is a card I'm going to have to get. So let's see if I can just put it down here and just kind of get this going. I've had some issues lately with kind of just bringing the card down without having it crafted. So let's go pick it up real quick. I'm sure I have just enough rares for this particular one. So, ooh, Sakashima of 1,000 Faces. That's a nice pickup. And we're just going to be going ahead and going into Edge and pick up like probably 3 packs real quick. I have gotten an Edge a little bit, so I didn't know if I had that card or not, but we will be testing it out, so that's for sure. I don't foresee like too many cards we're going to have to be crafting today. So this is the JANK tank. And here we go, weapons manufacturing. Alright, so now we're kind of juiced up, and this is a really interesting card from Edge of Eternities, probably played in more competitive formats. Basically, each time we have an artifact coming on the battlefield, like for instance a non-token artifact that's like associated with a card, basically, what we mean by that. You'll create a colorless artifact token named Munitions. When this token leaves the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to any target. So we produce plenty of artifacts in Meria. You play lots of, cheap artifacts. You're going to make these tokens, and it would be nice to like deal damage to things. In addition, you could also, destroy them in the process, these tokens, and then get value off of them, which is like a really crazy combo. So really, these are kind of like the 2 cards we kind of want to be building our deck around today. And just kind of getting into it, see what kind of probably like just artifacts that are good to sacrifice, or like when they leave the battlefield. Leaving. Let's look up Acre Wellspring and kind of see what we're kind of working here for the verbiage which we like. When this artifact enters or is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put into a graveyard. Okay. Put into graveyard. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so there's our Ichor Wellspring. So these are kind of like the things that kind of get more value when they are destroyed. I do like the kind of chromatic star like this too. It's kind of just always kind of available. Now with weapons manufacturing, it's any artifact, right? Oh, it's when the munitions itself leave the battlefield. That's fine. Chromatic star, huh? Kind of enables itself, really. You don't have to really worry too much about that one. The Wellspring is interesting. What does the Sir Ginger do? Now, as from my recollection, this thing will just get really strong. It's kind of an interesting choice. It's just like a really interesting value choice. You know, if you have like just another like threat that hits the board and gets really strong, because you're gonna have artifacts leaving a lot. It's really kind of intriguing. Scrap Trawler also likes. I think this is kind of getting into the chaos theory stuff. Is like you have like all these things kind of leaving the battlefield and you're getting value back. So we can try a Scrap Trawler too. Emmy, so good. That's kind of interesting. Whenever this artifact or another non-token artifact is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, the Slagstone Refinery. Create more mana. That's pretty sick. I don't know how often we're going to be sacrificing things. It's probably going to be better off just like Indomitable Creativity, but the Scrap Trawler is cool. Let's craft to see if there's anything else that kind of work out for us. Let's create 1/1s. Like a cool alchemy card, but we're just going to try to keep it up to paper just to like, but it seems like you get like some really cool value that you just goes right to the battlefield. Aetherworks Marvel, huh? That card is super sick, isn't it? Kind of fiending for that Aetherworks Marvel. Let's put leave the battlefield too. Leave the. Ooh, yes, the synthesizers. Okay, beautiful guys. All right, so there's that. That one's going to be great to sacrifice. We got weapons manufacturing. This is not an artifact. I feel like the cabbage dude will also be really kind of important for this deck. Don't know if we can get there off the rip to test, but you know, because we are on the struggle bus, but it is okay. So now we're just looking at things that will like give us value when they leave the battlefield. Typically, like the experimental synthesizers is something that's going to be doing that for us in this format. The circuit mender kind of does that as well. This card is just absolutely busted. It just does itself. It just kind of warps itself. Let's type in sacrifice just to kind of take a look. I also like after we kind of take a look at this, yeah, I like Voltage Surge to kind of help the these things kind of get along as well and just act as a little bit more removal. There's also Demand Answers, which is kind of a nice one as well. So be taking a look at that. There's Demand Answers. So you can sacrifice an artifact or discard a card here. It just kind of makes like we might not always have creativity, so we can have these other things kind of helping sacrifice stuff. Food fight. Artifacts you control have 2. Sacrifice artifact that deals damage to any target to 1 plus the number of permanents named food fight you control. Goblin Engineer, just for the nice artifact synergy and sacrifice. Just kind of put that over here. Legion Extruder. Is that like a card for us too? Yeah, it is. Mag is like kind of a treasure mama. Kind of interesting. Makeshift munitions. Melded Moxite. Little artifact action there. Mask of Immolation. I love molten duplication for like a really big like kind of haymakers. So let's go ahead and put the scrap trawler over in this kind of aisle and get like our haymaker line over here. This card is like crazy ramp. It's like a crazy ritual type of effect. Reckless Barbarian. Completely busted. What does the smelter be doing? Let me just check this one out real quick. Interesting. That's pretty sick. Breach? I think so. I think we're gonna test the breach and brawl still, because we just kind of want to see kind of like in our sacrifice little section here, put these together. We'll probably make another pile here, just extending this, but you have the things that will sacrifice the stuff versus the things that need to be sacrificed, right? These will also do the sacrificing. They're just kind of the win cons, though. They're kind of the haymaking action. You know what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make my face a little bit smaller here, just because I think I'm blocking the cards. I think we'll do it like this. And that'll be much better for your viewing. So from the sacrifice keyword, we got the voltage surge, demand answers so far. We're still kind of making our way through to kind of see if there's any more gas for our artifact stuff. What's the Brea's Apprentice? I'm curious. It is an artifact creature. Some incremental value there. This card is busted, right? The Broadside Bombardiers. Man, this card is just so wicked strong, isn't it? Whew. That's probably definitely like a consideration if you want to like get into sacrificing your artifacts for value. We don't have too many yet. Just a couple, kind of ones here. Fable of the Kiki-Jiki is a really swell card for just everything. Just such a good toolboxy card. Creates like your... I think it's like in your multiple and duplication area. Just like doing crazy things. All these cards are just completely insane. What does a Glitterling Stockpile do? Okay. It's like a building up. Kasul's Fury? Don't know about that one. Krenko. Sacrifice an artifact, put a moment counter on each goblin you control. Goblins is. Kind of like the idea of the professional facebreaker. I think you're definitely going to want to like build treasures up with this. So maybe we'll do like a treasure. Kind of a treasure suite. I'm not too big of a fan of the Scrap Welder, just kind of a weaker sacrifice. This one seems pretty good. The Trash for Treasure. Put that kind of over here. I want to kind of put in my really big stuff over here. Interesting. The Swashbuckler Extraordinaire is just an interesting card for double strike. So what's the idea exactly like with this card? Well, I feel you're going to destroy a lot of artifacts at once. That's really the primary mission of this. To get value from your weapons manufacturing, to get value from the things that like to be, destroyed. And bringing out some really strong permanents at the same time. I feel like the Sir Ginger is just kind of a cool value card. I think the Scrap Trawler is value enough. I feel like you kind of really want to edge, though, on like higher value permanents in general. I think you want like a decent amount of these, and then like some, maybe the Ragavans, and then just like Goldspan Dragon stuff, like from there. Like some really nice treasure stuff. Chandra is really cool vehicle commander. But I think you want to kind of go a little bit bigger than not with this card. You maybe like really big, right? Kind of want to go really big with it. So definitely be looking for some pretty nasty permanents in the 4s and 5s and 6s. It would be like a really cool thing to kind of hit the board and kind of do some naughty things. I like the fire crystal. I do. I kind of want to integrate the fire crystal somewhat. Sneak attack would be pretty cool as well. We're kind of getting big, right? I'm going to put this here. We're definitely going to be picking up our guy, Mr. Duretti, here in a moment. There he is. Fantastic card for us. There's the gold span. It's a pretty cool card. It's like a mayhem devil, right? Like a 5/5 mayhem devil. Perforos is based on creatures, right? Creatures. This is the Perforos creatures. Spawn gain commander. Calamity. It's like definitely a Terror of the Peaks moment, isn't it? The Calamity. You can kind of do those things to an extent. I don't mind trying it. So you get 2 copies. Kind of like helps out our game plan, just like giving haste to our weird stuff we just summon up. Calamitous. What up, everybody? You've caught me looking at some crazy stuff today. We're checking out Indomitable Creativity with Meria. So we're going to be summing up some really nasty permanents. And it's going to be a different kind of look for Meria. It's probably going to be a little more tanky than normal. And a lot more token-centered. Like lots of treasures, lots of like weapons manufacturing stuff, and just some interesting outcomes. Like if we bring out big creatures, we can kind of do this, point A and point B. We'll kind of get into this package a little bit more with Calamity. I do know some stuff in Standard we can try at the very least. I mean, this thing is really interesting actually for Meria, because she does do the impulse thing, and I've always saw this card. I don't know if it's a real card though. I'm kind of curious if it is. Whenever you cast a spell from exile, copy it. And it gains haste if it's like, a creature. and you sacrifice the permanent. I'm really curious if this is like a real card, because sometimes the Baldur's Gate cards are like not real. Okay, it seems to be from Baldur's. Yeah. Yeah, that seems really good for Meria. I mean, she's basically, that's part of what she does, is she puts things into exile, and then you can cast them with the impulse, so I'm ready to try it out at least, man. I like the haste part. Yeah, like give me like give me a vaulted Tyborn, one of those homies. And after this package, the next thing we're going to do is kind of check out more of these Indomitable creativity. There's a lot of them, like transmogrify and blah blah blah. There's a bunch of like, sacrifice or destroy sorceries that just put things onto the battlefield. So yeah, we'll be typing in put the exile cards onto the battlefield next after our little package we build up here. So if you have any recommendations or cards you want to see kind of there'd be nice hits off of this, let me know, because you can get artifacts and creatures from those permanents. Let's check this one out. Just one more sec. There's a lot of text on this one, guys, so bear with me. Pretty cool card. Okay, not too great. Man, these are some crazy cards, huh, guys? I've never seen this dragon before. Pretty crazy. Devastating Onslaught is like my new spirit animal for a Roshin. Create X tokens that are copies of target artifact or creature you control. Sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end stop. I am a fan of just Haywire Might in general as like our kind of stapley Meria cards. Let's try to get these together here. And we'll put these together. Probably blocking them with my head. See how that looks. Yeah, that'll be better. Everything from here on out looks pretty good on the screen. Crop rotation. Holy macaroni. No more Ancient Tomb, though. So we're not going to be picking that up. We are in the green sacrifice section here now, everybody. Golden Goose. That does produce tokens, doesn't it? Probably one of the more interesting mana dorks, actually, for us. We can be interesting, right? The Rumble. Just an amazing card for just artifacts in general, just artifact graveyard stuff. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to pick up a cabbage merchant too, because it's just like an amazing amount of value with food. That's crazy. Whenever you sacrifice food, you can put it right on the battlefield. What? That's crazy. Oh, and then this creature goes to the bottom of your library. Okay. It's like, what? Sacrifice a creature. Okay, Eldritch Evolution, Flare of Cultivation. Harrow, Heaped Harvest. What do we think about the Heaped Harvest? I think it's pretty gas. It's pretty gas here. It's kind of like the Ichor Wellspring stuff. I'm going to just put these all together here for y'all. See what we're cooking up. Yeah, that's just an interesting one. Yeah, Chaos was running this too. The Heaped Harvest. It's very nice to sacrifice. Very easy to do it too with our little pile of stuff here. Peregrine Tulk. There he is. This is going in for sure. This card is so busted. Yeah, man. The Cabbage Merchant. Crazy in a multiplayer format, too. Just absolutely insane. Yeah, give us some tokens. We can tap them for mana. Then we can also simply sacrifice them with like our nominal creativity, and we are in the money. Tracker is also really nice to just create like, yeah, like these cards. There is Tireless Provisioner too. We must have missed it. We're going to pick up that one too. That one is absolutely busted when making tokens. This one's pretty crazy too, right? Really good for your Rocco decks, the Knights of Sweet's Revenge. Scape Shift, Wicked Wolf, Bosco. Disciple of Fraulease. Tectonic Split is new. Pretty crazy card. Zopondrel, Hidden Nursery. How do we like the Bob? Kind of just love these things. I mean, the thing is about this, we're doing creativity, so it does feel bad if you're going to have permanents to the cost of 0 mana to get those. This might be like a very slowish Meria, like a very, very tanky slow. So maybe some of the cards we typically wouldn't run, we'll. I mean, they probably still run these, right? The Hope of Girapur and the Haywire Might, just for like the little interaction that they give. Maybe that's where we kind of cross the line, is like if they interact with our opponent in some way. Treasure map. It'll give us some treasures, won't it? Give us a whole bunch of them. The Fleshraker, I think we're kind of into that too. Just more things, more tokens. I mean, that card's pretty wicked cool, isn't it? Very interesting card. So if we're doing like the big stuff, right, the Indomitable Creativity, we're doing some graveyard stuff, you definitely want to have a portal. You must have a portal. And I guess we just pick up our kind of sweet fetch lands here while we're on our way. Just kind of pick up whatever kind of fits our deck. Guess we get a Fabled Passage. Won't need white blue. Inventor's Fair is good for us. Won't need the March Flats. These also help cast our Fleshraker, which is really nice. Misty Rainforest, Prismatic Vista. The Tarn is good. Roadside Reliquary? Probably a very underused card, really, honestly. There's a strip mine, not legal, by the way. Verdant Catacombs, Windswept Heath, Wooded Foothills, and that's pretty good. All right, so now we got to get into like our big fun stuff. So we have this like kind of, where is it? This Calamity kind of, vibe where Calamity is cool because if you put a lot of cool permanents on the battlefield, you can just copy them again. Like if you slam this on with some other big homies, then you get more copies. So what I do know what you can do with this is the Terror of the Peaks is good with that card. Because we'll make 2 additional copies. This kind of just ends the game on the spot. Vaultborn Tyrant has some really good enter the battlefield triggers and dying effects, so it's just really cool. Like another really cool, like just permanent in general to like put on the battlefield. Really good with Molten Duplication as well. Just like a really, really cool card. Other cards that have really cool, like just the Titan of Industry is just always like kind of a menace. Very cool card in general. Yeah, we like the Titan of Industry. And also, on the topic of that, Roxanna is just a cool, like 5-drop. It kind of just helps your treasures out. Makes them a little bit better. And now, like, we're just really swell. So the Indomitable Creativity will also like us to just create treasures, and also we can find more of these type of things. So we want to look up exiled cards onto the battlefield. Is that the verbiage exactly? You want to put exact verbiage. Exiled cards onto the battlefield. Onto. Yes, perfect. All right, well, Chaotic Transformation was the other card I was thinking of, but let's see what else is going on. Luca. Yeah, that's like when you're like really fishing out like one particular card. So Chaotic Transformation, you get to exile an artifact, a creature, and an enchantment. Then you'll reveal cards until you reveal a card. So you interchange all these things. So it is like a slot machine. Creature, enchantment, planeswalker. Yeah, I guess. I was hoping for, I guess it's pretty good. There has to be kind of more of these type of spells. Alright, let me take my time on this one. So, the artifact could be whatever. The creature is probably going to be kind of a slot machine. It's going to be a slot machine for the creature or the... What about enchantment? What are we doing with enchantments? So if, like, for instance, we kill our Fable, what are we going to get out of it? Could be a sneak attack. Could exchange something for a sneak attack. I guess. Is there like a creature enchantment that's really good now? Like, there's the new Titan is good, right? Let's just get it in. Overlord is so sick. This card is like always done really well. Is that like the peak though? Is that like the peak? Is it the Summon Titan? Kind of like does kind of the stuff we want it to do too. At the 5 spot. It's just really strong. It would be nice to kind of chaotically transform, like get the value out of it, and then it's kind of, or maybe just get into it, something like that. Or the Overlord. Maybe you get both of these things. Try it. Be your enchantment thing that, now the Planeswalker is a little more tricky, right? Like what Planeswalkers are good in this manner? Probably, and you have to have a Planeswalker, so we probably will never get that value. I don't know. I'm not really feeling it, which sucks. Indomitable Creativity is the card though, still. Let's try this. Reveal, exile. Kind of similar, huh? This chaotic transformation. I'm surprised it doesn't show the Indomitable Creativity, because this is exact wording from it. Oh, is it reveals? Is that why? It's like literally one S off? No. I just want to see if I can find Indomitable Creativity amongst these, because I'm literally putting in the words of the text here. Oh, you know why? Because I'm a goofus, and I have these... Okay, this might get a little bit better now. Please, like, at least one more cool spell that kind of does this stuff, like Indomitable Creativity. Transmogrify. It's okay. We still might just do it. Because you could simply just get rid of a token, right? Even like a token creature. Could also like find our weapons manufacturing too. So we'll try it out. Why not? How about the random encounter? Okay. Over the top. Man, what a card. I don't think there's much like that, guys. Muxus, what a card. Look at that, Grand Pompino. Whew. What a guy. Oh, you know what else is so sick is Genesis Wave. That's kind of also why I was brought here today, was for Genesis Wave. I think Smuggler's Surprise is pretty goated too, honestly. I think we're kind of doing the thing with that. I think we will run like some just kind of nice little rampies here, like with a Farseek and Rampant Growth. We're going to be picking those up at least. Yeah, even though we're running a lot of artifacts, I think they're still good just for little rampies. I don't think we need the Cultivate, but yeah. Man, green is so broken. Ooh, Lumbering World Wagon. Card is so good. Get some of that action. Defense of the Heart seems really cool too. Head Shredder is interesting. So we're going to get probably pretty farmed by other green decks today. Because green is so incredibly busted. Primeval Titan, super sick card. I like to kind of translate my decks to like EDH, so we'll have to skip that one. But yeah, it's pretty amazing stuff. We're going to be getting into a Genesis Wave here real quick, guys, so don't worry. I don't need to craft this, I just want this in. What is this? There's always some crazy new cards that I don't even know about. Interesting. This guy's crazy too. The World Sire. Mitotic Illuminus Ultimus. Green Sun Zenith is pretty sick, but I definitely want the Genesis Wave, right? And then we're going to pick up a Badger Mole Cub. We're going to try. We're going to try to pick up the Badger Mole Cub, I think. It's looking somewhat decent. We're going to put in the Glyph and the Scrapwork Mutt and just pray. We're going to pray really hard. Boseiju, who endures. Card is crazy. There's Genesis Wave. If you're not familiar, this one just, you sink a lot of mana into it and then you bring out all those permanents like that deep. The rest that aren't permanents just go to your graveyard. It's really insane in the membrane. So that's really cool. Gruul. What are you going to do with the Gruul? Cabaret blah blah blahs. World Soul's Rage is cool. Yeah, I think we're kind of doing the thing. Solemn Simulacrum. Regalia is also very nice. It's haste and it kind of just starts ramping you like crazy. All right, well there's that. Chaos Warp is kind of interesting. if you know what's on the top of your graveyard. We probably put this in anyways, just as like removal. The Chaos Warp actually, so it's like a nice removal option. And I have become like a little more fond of this and a Braid and probably a Bolt. Play a Stump Stomp and Bridgeworth's Battle. Shatter Skull. And we'll get a Kasul's Fury. And a Spikefield Hazard. Treasure. That's Sir Ragavan. Great Train Heist. Sure. Striker Rich. Sure. And yeah. I think that's it, guys. Do we put enough treasure action to make Facebreaker any good? Yeah. I don't know if we really got there. If that's it, I guess it's just kind of enough. Ragavan, Great Train Heist, Trash for Treasure, Treasure Map. Oops. Big score. Ooh, Ancient Copper Dragon. Wow, so sick. Ooh. All right, so now we got here, and we kind of have some stuff going on. I'm going to hit done. That's just fine. And it's going to kind of organize it for us a little bit. And now we're at 111 cards. So what this deck does not have is the unearth cards that are very good, such as the Mutt and the Leveler. Also, you like the Volatile Wanderglyph to like get into your graveyard a little bit. And I think you're pretty much stoked. So let's check out Token, because this is such a token heavy deck, right? And it's also missing the Badger Mole. So we have to go pick up the Badger Mole, or we're not going to be like really kind of... We got to try to get it. And I don't think we're going to have it. It is a mythic. I don't think I have it. Let's check it out. Badger Mole. Oh, this is not the right colors. There he is. So it is a mythic. Very unlikely to pick it up for this pile, unfortunately. But we can imagine that it would be very good. Just kind of juice into our little avatar. Get a gold pack. You never know. Okay, now we need some green. The green machine. Hey, guys. No. All right, the stream's just started. We took a Hail Mary with 300 gold, and we found the Badger Mole Cub. Yeah. All we needed was one, guys. That's all we needed, baby. Yeah, so today we are getting into going to try to get into it. It's here somewhere amongst all these piles of nonsense I have. Jane Tank. Okay, so this is a mythic as well? No, this is a rare, so we have that, and now we have the Badger Mole. So we've completed our needs, which is crazy. Took the Hail Mary. We picked the Badger Mole up. We're going to craft... Give me that cabbage. Alright, we got the Cabbage Man, the Cabbage Man Merchant too. Very token-centered deck today. You will see many tokens. And, oh yeah, that's looking really nice. The sneak attack is cool, but I don't know. I mean, yes and no. Probably not. And we're just kind of trimming it up now. We're probably going to have to get rid of about 10 cards because we do have a lot of multi-face land cards here. So the whole point is to bring tokens to the battlefield, preferably things that you like them to say goodbye to, and then do like an Indomitable Creativity, destroy like 7 things at once, and bring like 7 permanents on the battlefield at once. Hopefully some really nasty things. That would kind of be like your win con for this deck. So yeah, that kind of looks fun. Along the way, we're going to be getting value out of sacrificing our artifacts. So we do have various ways to do that, and some which will just be more high impact than others. Like for instance, this will actually bring a artifact card from your graveyard right to the battlefield, which is nice. If we happen to get something nice like a portal or a leveler in there, that kind of gets really nice value for us. So there's that. Lots of good tokens here, things that will enable this. Nice bottom end artifacts, not too much ramp other than treasure ramp. So we kind of skipped out on a lot of maybe things that we usually use. I think I'll try the Untimely Malfunction over the Abrade just to give it a shot. I just kind of curious about that. And we do have some nice little green ramp here that's always very welcome. The Ichor Willspring. Sir Ginger's going to like us just to destroy things. Have treasures go to the graveyard. It's just going to scale up. So it's... And it has trample as long as the opponent controls a planeswalker. Other than that, it's probably not going to really be getting. It's probably going to be getting chumped up quite a bit. So that's something to consider. Like, it's probably just going to get chumped a lot. So it does kind of fit what we're doing. Just another threat. Maybe take some pressure off Meria at the very least. Hopefully. Chaos Warp, I think it's fine, but yeah, we need some sort of form of removal other than just like Lightning Bolt and this other Bridgeworks Battle. We need like kind of one more thing, so I think that's fine. Heaped Harvest or Lumbering World Wagon. It's probably the Harvest for this deck because we just want to sacrifice this thing and get more value. We have the Tracker to get more clues. Scrap Trawler to get more gasoline as we sacrifice things. Creativity is crazy. Genesis Wave. This is like our major card here is the Indomitable Creativity. So if you're not familiar with this, for 3 red, you can destroy up to X target artifacts. You also have to pay mana for each of those as well. So if you have 7 mana, you can destroy 4 of your artifacts or 4 of your creatures or a combination of which, and bring on like 4 permanents. You just reveal creatures and artifacts till you have 4. So really cool card to kind of sink into and kind of roll the slot machine with. The Fire Crystal is probably pretty good. It's really good for like our just creatures that need haste in general. So I thought it was a nice little inclusion. I do like Goldspan for our treasure production, and Roxanne just helps kind of really kind of settle that in. Terror of the Peaks along with Calamity, Vaultborn, Titan of Industry kind of do the thing. Kind of a nice little top end for us overall. Chaotic Transformation is probably one of the weaker ones, so I'm just going to get rid of it. And I think we're ready to kind of like see how many multi-face land cards we have, and we might just be ready to do this deck. So let's see, we have 1, 2 lands, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know, and we'll just probably run like one of these. This is for plains, island, swamp, or mountain. So we're just going to run one rampant growth. Let's try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they set you off with 40 lands. So we have currently 47 lands. We would go down to 37 lands. Kind of need one more cut then, just to kind of put us at 38. The Nalfeshni is cool, but I don't know if it's like the bestest thing we're going to be doing. So that's it. I think this is kind of the deck that we're going to be running. And I just need to add some mana fixing now, and we're going to be getting in some games. Beautiful lands, beautiful. Let's see, let's get the artifact lands. See if I can pick those up. Yeah, a Tree of Tails is nice for Meria. There's a Great Furnace. And what's nice about the artifact lands, and chaostheoreyz and Vaughn was talking about this, is that you can just tap these for your impulse, which is really nice. So, yeah, you can actually impulse with Meria. Her ability is to tap down artifacts for green mana, and then you can, tap those as well. So it's really cool. Tap the non-token artifacts for green. Beautiful. All right, so I think we're just kind of ready to trim. We want a cavern, of course. We're playing like no mana dorks in this deck, which is kind of interesting. I'd actually probably prefer like at least two mana dorks, like a bird and the halfling at least, to really give us a chance. And then we'll just trim up lands from there. So we put in cavern. We're gonna get mana confluence too. And then we're just going to check out the really nice Gruul lands. Yeah, commercial district is fine. The forest is fine. These will also help cast our Fleshraker. Verge will not do that, but we'll need a stomping ground. I do think Grove of the Burn Willows is available now too, but it is just out of our reach today with wildcards, unfortunately. We'll pick up a Mycosynth Garden too, or a Fomori Vault. Let's try the Fomori Vault. Or a Spire of Industry. Spire looks good, actually. Both of them. Oh, I don't have a Fomori Vault. Oh, we'll have to pick up a Spire. It'll be like the next best thing. Alright, everybody. This is a really cool one. Let's go down 10 to start. So many basics, it seems, doesn't it? Don't know if we need that many basics. Let's see. Definitely want some more fixing then. Pick up a Silkenson. Brass's Tunnel Grinder is pretty good. Pinnacle Monk, we'll try it. Garenbrag, sure. Ooh, Evendo is pretty cool. Shifting Woodland, yeah, I'll try that out. The Shaya. Xenarchan, maybe too many tap lands. I have to get a Balagood though. I think probably a Pathway is probably fine too. Alright, let's get rid of Xenarchan. There's a little too many Tap lands for our own good here. Okay, everybody. So this is the JANK tank, and this was based on chaostheoreyz. He basically was really modeling this card a lot, Genesis Wave. So we definitely wanted to kind of bring that to a showcase today, and I just like the fact that you can just sink mana into this and bring like really nice permanents onto the battlefield. Could be lands, could be artifacts, could be creatures, enchantments, whatever it is. This is what it does, and I kind of like this card as a nice haymaker spell. You're not really too sad about pumping like 5 mana into this and seeing what happens, right? In addition, I also wanted to try Indomitable Creativity. And this is just going to really reward us for putting a lot of tokens to the battlefield. What we're going to be able to do is sink mana into this as well, and then have nice tokens on the battlefield, such as treasures or food or clues. And we're going to just simply destroy those or creatures we have on the battlefield and interchange those for new artifacts and creatures. So you're kind of hitting the slot machine. You want to like basically exchange like treasures or low impact things for big impact things like Titans of Industries or Portal to Phyrexias or Calamities. That's kind of the gist of it. Got some new amazing cards from the Avatar set. Cabbage Merchant is going to be really nice. As long as your opponent's casting non-creature spells, you're going to be making foods. Really good for multiplayer format as well. And then you have the Badger Mole Cub, which is also just going to allow us to have other creatures on the battlefield that tap for mana. So for instance, with like a card like Meria, we can start tapping our other artifact creatures on the battlefield and start making some nice mana with them, which is really cool. Like that's kind of a really fun like interaction. So we can test it out and see how it goes, and I'm very excited to bring the JANK tank. So let's get in there and rock it in to brawl. To the brawl. Make sure you like it if you've come through, as we are starting the games now, so that is really cool. I appreciate you guys. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching the video. Some matches. Avatar seems like a very vast set. Like the Jumpstart seems to be intriguing. Like it's very cool that they kind of co-opt the set with a Jumpstart release, because the Jumpstart cards are usually always really strong. Like the chase cards are always like, wow, like they're very cool. Like, ooh, they're very impactful. I had a feeling we'd be going against some mono green today. I just had like an idea that we probably would be, you know? But we have a pretty interesting hand overall. It just seems interesting. Very, very Meria-esque hand, as you would say. Very, very Meria-esque. We're just going to go get the stomping ground here and just send out our hope. Our little hoper dude. There's 2 ways to go about the treasure map. You can just start loading right into it, which is probably, you know, a really good, you know, play in general. I would like to get the bird down. I can probably do a little bit more. Surge can take care of a Kona too, which is nice. Are they gonna Boseiju my Hopa Gariper? That'd be kind of crazy. I don't think that would be in their best interests, really. Okay, that's a thing you could do. Demand answers, eh? Yeah, I think it's time to kind of get our treasure map going here. Or we could ramp with a heaped harvest. We have the surge available too, so that might be like a really nice way to get really ahead. Well, Kona is especially, it is a kill on sight creature, so, you know, there is that about that. So we're kind of going to be like, kind of just hanging out here for a moment, as you would say. But we can hold up all this at once, which is really nice. And I think we just kind of hold up now. We could also just play the Pinnacle Monk as a land. I mean, we might want to get that surge back, though, you know? If they don't go for Kona here, we could just always demand answers and get the Heaped Harvest going. So they do go for it here. Pretty cool Wombo Bombo combo. So they're going to be off of their Kona for a hot minute there. So let's scry first. I don't want that. And then I think we're going to this is at instant speed though. Okay. I think I'm going to be mana efficient and just pull back the Voltage Surge right now. Just grab it back. Fnatic is crazy. Crazy good. Okay, opponent. Okay. Stump. Okay, I think I'm going to have to try to get some gasoline here. We can hold up the Untimely Malfunction here. And the Pinnacle Monk is absolutely amazing. Getting that prowess is just crazy. This is really spooky with the Kona, the Vendo. That's a problem. This card just became insanely crazy, huh? Well, we can actually kill the Ugin? Jeez, it's been very land heavy. They're gonna get to do their Kona thing, but I have to kill this. Let's try to impulse first. That's just a land. One of the rare times I killed a Nugan. And we've been very land flooded this game. Like extremely land flooded. It's kind of been crazy. They can station this Kona, so we could be very screwed right now. I wanted to keep this to impulse, but we'll see what kind of nastiness they bring to the table now. Hopefully not another Ugin. That's very good. Good game. Okay, whatever, opponent. Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, we tried our best. We definitely got land boned there. So demand answers was like pretty cool. It didn't really like do kind of what I wanted it to do. I feel like we had like other ways to kind of get value. So I'm gonna put in my Howling Mine. That'll be much better. Howling Mine is pretty good. The ring is also very good as well. Big score is nice, but I think you kind of want a little chance here. We were definitely behind on cards there. All right, we're diving back in, baby. Now we're just against Ugin. A little bit slowish, isn't it? A little better. Goose is so sick, man. Okay, I think it's time for just turn 2 Meria here. We have the extruder malfunction. Maybe they'll play a dork. They do not. Definitely be destroying some sort of mana accelerant that they're going to be doing with this. That's the one. It's a very good target for me. This untimely malfunction has been very good. Damn. No, I'll keep that. No, should we try to We'll decline. Try to get into a land, maybe. Do that with a land. This is any permanent, you know? I don't know. They run a lot of mana accelerants, right? And they take a really slow turn here. That is a terror of the freaking peaks, guys. Let's do it like this. Well. Alright, never mind. Opponent, come on, man. I was setting up my mana. It's very rude. So that's a terror of the peaks right there, guys. We like that. We love it. I think I was gonna go tap here. Go ahead and swing. then we could maybe loot this away. Maybe. Tron number 1. Val, the Maroon Surveyor. Oh, we get the gemstone start? Yeah. Probably the land, right? Land for land. That's nice. Utopia Sprawl. Do we believe that this will find us a land? Don't know. Is this just colorless? Okay. Definitely gonna be doing a Flesh Striker game here. Wow. So was it the Terror of the Peaks I was supposed to get rid of? I don't know. It's just like super strong. Okay, take some damage here. Ooh, I like the Rumble. We're going to make so many tokens. It's kind of crazy. I think I want to start here to try to get into a land. There we go. Huh. What a cool wombo bombo that was. Let's draw. Let's go here. Dude, Flesh Striker. Crazy. Crazy, guys. We can do the Terror now. We have the mana. We want to get some action. I was gonna say we probably go into Meria now. Meria can get on board. We can start tapping these for mana. She's basically like cost neutral almost. Yeah, I think so. 1, 2, 3. I think you can go into the Terror maybe. Heaped Harvest is pretty cool. Yeah, the Terror is kind of like a part of like the combo with Indomitable creativity, right? You're getting like a... It's probably not maybe the best card in our opener. But we'll take it. T2B. Well, thanks for joining me today, whether you're kind of getting on your lunch break. I do have Thanksgiving break right now, so I've been making lots of content. We'll keep the Ragavan hand. Just want to kind of let them know that I have a Ragavan, so that you probably don't want to tap your elf down. Okay, that's a good option for them. Maybe get a land drop here. I love the value. Okay, I don't think that ramps them in any way. Just like kind of a scary fellow, you know? Ooh, Ashaya is so good. Can I block this? Definitely going to be having to do the ring stuff right here to kind of live. This is an artifact now? You gotta be kidding me. Well, I have lots of mana. That is like the craziest thing I've ever heard of. This is like actually a non-token artifact now. So I can tap recommend for mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. The opponent just needs to sit back here. There's no reason to swing against me right now. Heat harvest, huh? I need like some way to get like a portal like in my bin, you know? It's like kind of my only hope here. So we can kind of search for a win here. That doesn't look too hot, does it? Fortunately, we won't be able to really do much here, right? So this was a cool little inclusion for them. It really kind of scaled up really fast. Ah, the Ice Steel Explorer. I kind of like was sleeping on that one. That's also a really good card. That will definitely help get our graveyard going too. So maybe not enough help for Duretti, it seems. We definitely want this card to be mostly good, you know? So we'll have to kind of go back to the tank a little bit here. Well, opponent, why'd you do that? You kind of like let me open. You kind of opened the door for me here. You should have swung. Oh my god! Let me just put something like juicy in my graveyard, huh? No, never lucky. Never lucky. Honestly, though, isn't like a great train heist just like completely lethalized here? No, let's just do it like this. Raw. Sir Ginger, Sir Gingy. Didn't really get that guy off. What else? What else can build my graveyard that's pretty decent? Or maybe just be a payoff for that. The ready. Like Worm Coil Engine is pretty good, right? There's actually like some really nasty ones in Brawl right now. You can actually play a Triplicate Titan. I think that's a rare. Yeah, it is rare. I don't have it. It's pretty nasty, dude. I kind of like haste though, you know? With hasty artifacts. Not the most stuff, is there? Did I get Meteor Golem? No, you should have definitely. I should definitely have one of those. Ah, the Tunnel Grinder. Yeah, that kind of actually works for us. Honestly, though, you know what is the real deal stuff is Tunnel Grinder's cool, but it's really like the gamble and reckless handling. Kind of still believe in the Cabbage Merchant, but I think it's more of like an EDH card. I don't know if it's a Brawl card as much, or like food centered, but I do think it's cool. Just not for this deck yet. I think it'll be better multiplayer. I want to go a little bit bigger too. And Sir Gingy, I guess, can go. I like the idea of like being able to freely discard two from my hand. So I think Big Score is really good. I like all the creatures here. They're kind of top endy. I put like a Lightning Greaves in too. Okay, I'm just getting rid of some of these treasure cards. I don't think I really like the treasure map either. Alright guys, and this will be the deck I post up today. So fantastic. We have another interesting kind of deck to check out from Meria. Different in some ways. Would like to kind of maybe pull off that creativity portion of it to see what happens. You know, kind of just like a whoa. Enigma, the Bargler. We'll do 2 matches after this. Kind of see what the tuned deck looks like. Kind of an interesting one. We do have creativity in hand, and I kind of think that's kind of what we were looking for. Opponent goes first. It's kind of slow though. I'm going to have to be kind of losing some value here. Usually I like to get the synthesizer value, but kind of weird with the Fable Passage too. Yeah, mulliganing just kind of sucks, you know. You're welcome. I love to give you guys cards. Man, this thing is pretty nasty. Ready? Oof, man. There's some really nasty starts from opponents. Oh, you know what? Didn't let me hold the priority to tap this down, so they still got the card, which is something you have to watch out for. When you have a mine, you have to make sure you click these buttons to tap down your mine, or they're just going to give them lots of cards. It's like kind of an arena lull right here. Like kind of had like 2 bad opening hands, and then the opponent is simply popping. I wouldn't mind getting a Leyline Axe, actually. I think that's actually a really cool inclusion for us. Just kind of gives us another chance to have another like mana rock on the battlefield when Meria comes down, which is just really nice. So we just love that. Okay. Scary stuff from opponent. I don't think the ring has been able to save us lately, guys. Oh, damage can't be prevented? That's amazing. What a card. The opponents have been really cheesing me out. Yeah, we're just not really doing the graveyard thing, are we? Kind of a sad situation. Chaos Warp didn't look too good there. We need to speed up a little bit. Sandwich. So mostly, like, we've been getting like matched up against actually kind of similar game plan decks, just decks that don't really want to interact in like a massive way. They just want to kind of outvalue opponents, and that's kind of fun. This is definitely like a hoping for my delighted halfling type of starts. But the bird is pretty cool too. We have some value here at least. Of course they go right into their homie, Tamiyo. Go right to our bird. And now it's kind of like just counterspell central really now. But we will kind of try to go through it, you know, try to make them expel their counterspells. Just kind of keep casting spells so they can't get their card advantage here. So we have land drops for days. Maybe we can kind of keep up. And they might just flip their Tamiyo too. That's always something that can happen, like with like a brainstorm or something like that. So they have like kind of ways to get into that. We'll go for the engineer first. And that actually resolves. So what do we want to put in there? Can try to ramp out a little bit. Is this scrap trawler kind of busted too, huh? Let's try to get some rampies from our guy. That's fine. No flip on the Tamiyo, just a card. I have a board, which is surprising. Usually you don't get to have a board of this card. Oh, wow. Get some value from the synthesizer, too. Yeah, I think we will do the rampage. Okay, they're flipping.
Every plane has stories to share. I am not defenseless.
Oh, come on, opponent. Not like this. You're not like this, are you? Time Warp Andy.
The library.
Might just do like a feature, like call it like Time Warp Andy's. It's a Time Warp Andy, guys. I kind of wanted to make like multiple copies of the Goblin Engineer. Okay. Is this a land for turn? That's a channel. in trouble. They might just have like a lot of counter spells. That's funny. Tamiyo's so stupid. I will be opening some Modern Horizons 3, so maybe we'll pull a Tamiyo today. I guess you kind of need these extra turn spells that kind of just kind of dirtle for this colors. But, I mean, really the only cards that are going to win this game for us are like Delighted Half Lane and Cavern of Souls. So we can see our way out of this one. Yeah, we did take out Chaos Warp, but I mean, for Gruul, you don't always have the best options for that. We had some acceleration. We went to Meria. I suppose we could have put a little more pressure on if I just went back into the ring real fast. So, I thought the Goose was cool, but I think we're probably just going to run like a regular elf. And I actually want to put a chainsaw in too, just to kind of give us a little more chance to get some 3 power creatures. Extruder was kind of cool, it's just kind of always threatening the Extruder. It was pretty cool so far. Haven't seen the Cub. Rumble was fine. All these seem pretty good. Kasul's Fury. It's just a tap land. I think we have plenty of lands, it seems. Alright, hopefully not Tamiyo on the play. Let's maybe try to get to turn 3 pretty comfortably. Maybe we'll have a chance. Okay, the Arena Klein is really searching us out a foe. Mythweaver, okay. Kind of seems unfair, but we'll try. Okay, we'll try this out. Maybe they'll play like a dork or something here. We can just shoot it down. That's a terrible result for us, guys. Utopia Sprawl. Strip Mine's gone, so yeah, I guess you can run this now. Totally makes sense that you can definitely just go ahead and run that. Oh, I don't even have to pop that thing yet. I don't know if we have to even give this guy up, but because the Roxy can hit the Provisioner. I need like an artifact to kill Pock when it hits the battlefield. Nothing's good here, guys. Seems to be kind of our... I don't know what to do. I guess it's just this. Yeah, we can't play our Flesh Raker. Only with the that guy. This will suck. It's really sucky. All right, let's look for some answers. Tough card to play with. I'm glad I'm getting to practice with this because it is tough to play with. I think we are rocking the Provisioner in this deck too. Yeah, I don't know. Pox seems kind of unfair to play against. I mean, they had a great start too. The Utopia Sprawl. I couldn't hit that with a Surge. Man, I'm just getting like totally clowned on. It really kind of sucks. I still will keep the Surge in. There's no doubt. I have Haywire Might for the enchantments and such. We're just a little tad slow, you know? Just like somewhat slow. Let's check out the legendaries, see what we kind of got for the legendaries at this spot. Maybe I can get a Mox Amber Mox Amber kind of vibe. You know what? These are great for what we're doing, the Indomitable. I kind of forgot about them. Don't think we do too much targeting. Okay, I think we can run Mox now. Utopia Sprawl seems pretty good too. I kind of want to maybe tone down one of these tight. You know, the Calamity kind of seems situational. I think I'm going to be happy with just most of these kind of just doing the thing. I think like something like this. Be much happier like that. And seems really gas. The Inti and Avora will help us get into these graveyard potentials a little bit better. To be somewhat better. Still have Smuggler Surprise too. And it seems good. I don't know if we need big score now because we're running into Avora. Fire Crystal's gas was super gas. That one game we actually did win. Instead of the tracker, I want the Provisioner. From our opponent's tech last game. Seemed really good. Yeah, I think we're doing enough ramping with amongst our artifacts, so I think we're good. For sure, this is the one we'll post. All right, let's just string off some wins, baby. You go first with a most interesting hand. Isn't it? Just happened like fade like any untapped source. Sure, I love Fable. The Deep Cavern Bat probably takes the chainsaw because that hits them. What a card. What a card, chainsaw. Like kind of a smuggler surprise action here. I just need 5 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 mana for that. I don't have to get rid of my treasure. We'll just get this down. What does this thing specialize into? Some probably pretty cool stuff, right? Maybe I can hover. No. Alright, let's see what happens here, guys. Okay, we're going to try to do all this at instant speed, so we're going to wait till the end step, I think, for the leveler. Let them kind of do what they want to do here. Okay. I mean, the reflection cityscape leveler is just amazing stuff, you know? Sure, we'll put a burning counter, start drawing. So much value, man. Ah, there's creativity. Any board whites, opponent? What you got? What you got? Probably just like kind of going over their sweet art over here. Just smashing. It's a cool card. Yep. Scoopy. The JANK tank. Dude, the deck is feeling really good. Just really solid. I think we kind of added all the things we needed to. The cards that like kind of didn't fit today. We're just like Kieran's and theirs. There maybe just like maybe top end choices that kind of needed to be kind of fixed up. Maybe they was kind of slow on the bottom end. Zur. This is a good glaring frustraker, action here for sure. This is actually perfect because you have the colorless for the Flesh Raker. Yeah, it's kind of exactly what you want. Lots of Flesh Raker potential. Thoughtseize? Dark Ritual. Okay. Kind of sucks for me. Hey, get a card, homie. Alright. Another card for opponent? Wow. Zur, you are annoying. You have hexproof? No. Alright, let's see what's next for the Zur homie here. I would love a Genesis wave to try to get some action. I may, in fact, trade with Heuristic Study. No, I would not do that. Just bouncing? Sure. I do want to kind of get a surveil land here. See what's cooking. I need more of that. That's rude. Let's clear the way. Moth-like precision? Huh. I need the stump. I need to kill the Heuristic. They should play the Zur, right? Because then this thing will have hexproof. Would they give up their Heuristic Study? No. Hey, man. Oh my goodness. Huh? Okay, Smothering Tithe. That's kind of a psycho attack, isn't it? Well, Breach kind of helps out a lot. No! What the hell, game? Honestly. I'm kidding, the buzzards are circling, that's for sure. I'm getting like no value out of this molten duplication right now. Alright, that smothering tithe is gonna hurt so much. Literally. I did think I could just keep doing this with on the stack, you know? But I can try to interrupt it. I think they can just put it on the stack again. Yeah. So then it just fizzles. Oh my god. Nice deck, more like, geez, your deck was super annoying and powerful. Three, 7, 8. Isn't that nearly lethal? Nearly. Alright, we'll try to end it on the W. Seems pretty good. Do they have the answer for the Ragavan? They do. It is an elf. Let's go gamble for the bolt. For the bolt, please. Beautiful. Nice virtue there. Oh no, not the Leovold with Ichor Wellspring. Please don't play your commander. That thing is super annoying. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, we'll do that. The reckless handling. That's really fun for commander. The leveler is the most safe option, isn't it? They gonna wheel now? That'd be kind of cool for them. Alright, opponent. Cool, they draw. But at least it's gone. Disciple. The trawler, not really doing much, is it? They'll look at that a little bit. Well, the disciple doesn't work very well here. So we need to take care of the Leovold. Fairy, huh? Sure. Oh, thanks for the Roxy, baby. Will they go back to the Leovoldist? I probably should have done the Arena of Glory type of thing. How do they save their Leovold here? Let's see. Ah, force. Will they swing? Okay. Empty. It's okay, I'm just going to exile this. I'm going to get another shot at it. Guess I should have just held it. Wow, they could have just waited. Okay, that's pretty good. Badger mole cub, guys. Crazy. The Meria. That's freaking hilarious. Let me get my cityscape leveler right. Or Roxanne. Let's see. That is a choice. Not the cub. Dirty dog. I think we just swing out right here, right? Flesh Raker? Maybe not the best swing with Aurora. Can I play this? I really don't have colorless mana for it. It's probably one of the reasons why you don't play a Flesh Raker. Yeah, kind of another curse game. Well, so far I haven't been too fond of the Flesh Raker and the Scrap Trawler. They did nothing for us in that particular game, unfortunately. I think we need a little more like kind of juice. And there's just like the Lumbering World Wagon kind of does what we want. I think we want like a Lotus Cobra. And I think we're going to be really happy. Just like with kind of that kind of efficiency and just overall just synergy. We can give us a little more pressure. Go first. I think we'll find the red mana. If not, we still have Heap Harvest. Genesis Wave. I think we're gonna go like this. Go in. I think like a mountain is an amazing draw for us. If we can just get that, see what opponent is doing. Open mana would be very suspect. Okay, very cool. I think this is like one of those instances where you could probably, you know, turn off their stuff for the turn. Maybe we'll wait one more turn. Because I think they're going to lead right with their commander here. We can set up like a Meria Genesis Wave. This is like the wombo bombo action, like, because you have this here that like actually just turns this on, which is absolutely crazy. Then you have this hope here that just turns off their non-creature spells next turn. Oh, thanks, Howling Mine. Yeah, you're welcome, opponent. That's a big oops, isn't it? Welcome, welcome. You've come to the end of the area when we're really popping. We figured out the deck. We're firing on all cylinders. We're giving our opponents cards. Oh, we actually get to test this out. Does the Badger Mole let us produce extra mana with this? That's the question. Do we swing? I think so. Okay. Opponent's being really, really something. So let's see. With the Badger Mole. Let's see. Do I get 2 mana from this? No, I don't. See, that's what I was wondering. Like, because the verbiage specifically says when you tap a creature for mana, you add an additional forest, which I just did. I literally tapped a creature. I did it. So what's up with that? What do you guys think? Well, I mean, I want to play around. Yeah, whatever, opponent. Great. I got snoozed on. Sorry for wasting your time. I didn't really want to play into that forum open mana. But did the hope turn them down, like for till the next turn as well? I think they were only turned down for their turn, and then they could probably have counter spells available. Probably doing like the impulse draw at the very least, right? We'll do the Amazonian thing and check out the commander. So this is a 4-color commander. Eros, God of Victory, indestructible. As long as your devotion to red and white is less than 7, Eros is in a creature. Creatures you control have menace. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to attacking creatures you control. Nice. Menace is so good. Meria really unlocks like all of this action for you. So we'll be leading with Meria. Perhaps going right into the fire crystal. An Impel Call is cool. So this would have haste, huh? think we go like this. Engineer. Get our chainsaw. Yeah, pretty cool. Maybe he will gamble for something that can be resurrected. Lelia is so good. Ooh, Gideon now? That was a really good flip for them.
Prepare to defend yourself.
Cool, so they're going to give Lelia indestructible? That's really good.
Invulnerability has its perks.
Avora, I love Avora. I think we want to get the, like our worm coil engine, I think. There's so much mana here. 1, 2. Let's gamble for something, right? Something that we don't maybe mind in the graveyard. This one looks pretty cool, the Lumbering World Wagon. Now what? How much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're kind of doing some stuff. I kind of want to like sacrifice my world wagon really for the disciple. Sure thing.
Ha! You've got nerve.
I just simply can't take this damage. Really? That's funny. I thought they would go for the Spellbinder. It's totally wrong about that. That leaves me so open-ended, doesn't it? Just to these guys are so strong. Well, that was really good for me, I think. Can get rid of this stupid tree. Which I definitely want to do, right? Should we wait, though? Perhaps. Okay, they're gonna swing out here.
My oath remains unbroken.
Appears to be. They're gonna probably haste their guy here as well, right? Why didn't they do the arena? Well, that's just an absolutely perfect card, the Great Train Heist. But does it get me there? I think it does. This token would have haste too, right? How much do I need for this? Not much. Just 4, 6, 7. I have plenty. Resolve. Decline. Yeah, it has haste. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. Dude, that's so many treasures, huh? Ooh. Let's go, baby. Well, that was a long live, but we got through it, and we had a great time. And this was Gruul. My favorite cards of the game were probably just, well, Meria, of course, is great, but Fable played really well. I'd also have to say Great Train Heist played very well. The Lumbering World Wagon was an all-star. We didn't get to see the Ancient Copper Dragon, but I can imagine it'd be probably okay, at least at the very least, especially with the kind of Smuggler Surprise and just the sheer amount of volume that it can make. I think Terror of the Peaks will also be pretty cool in general. So all in all, it was a really swell deck. Heaped Harvest was a really good all-star along with like the Voltage Surge. It was really nice stuff. Like the Ichor Wellspring really requires like these kind of Voltage Surge, Goblin Welder, kind of Goblin Engineer effects. I think for moving on, yeah, I think you kind of like these kind of effects. The damage effects, I think the best one seems to be, though, the most impactful was Chainsaw. I think probably like you're kind of flexing. When you move to like flex to EDH, you're going to be wanting to look for like your Goblin Welders and maybe like your Dready Scrap Savants, and, you know, start with that. And yeah, I think that's probably your best bet, really. I don't know if you even have to run Scrap Mastery, just like a couple nice things in there. If I had the wild cards, I'd probably just go ahead and just skip out on like the Ancient Copper Dragon and just go right for like the Triplicate Titan, like big, really big, scary artifact reanimator creatures. I think that'd be kind of really nice. So I think you'd be really happy with like, yeah, your Meteor Golem, Triplicate Titans. You'd still keep the Worm Coil, probably even move out the Vaultborn, I suppose, for those other ones. So you'd be really on the artifact synergy. So yeah, that was pretty much the deck, and I hope you guys had a great day. So I'll see you all later. And also, the Badger Mole Cub didn't work the way that I thought it would have. So it's kind of like a disappointment, actually, for the Meria fans. I went ahead and I tapped down the Mutt with Meria's ability with a Badger Mole on the battlefield, and I only got a single mana from it. I did not get an additional mana. So something along the line here, you know, didn't equate. And I'm probably pretty sure it has to do specifically with the verbiage. It says tap a creature. And even though I'm tapping a creature with Meria with this, Meria says a non-token artifact. So, like, what's the deal? Like, what happened there exactly? You know, Wizards, what happened? All right. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.